We left off right after you buried the wizard, right?
I believe so.
I did have one question. Smurrrrh, what are you going to do with the wizard skin?
Oh god.
I've been wondering that all week. I was like, he
Cor, leave your
skins him. What's
headset
he
in the
going to do with
computer
it?
room. It sends out this ear-piercing screech. That's the one.
Oh, you guys didn't download the Smurrrrh app?
Just
Just stop talking. Stop talking.
We've been hacked by a dial-up modem.
Pretty much.
Yes.
Okay. This. Ah,
Okay.
that's what I wanted.
Maybe we didn't select it. Maybe you have
What?
to choose one.
Say what?
I mean, it doesn't make sense.
No sense?
It makes sense.
I
Yeah.
think he exploded.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh.
Did you explode?
Sorry, let me switch my headset, my earphones over.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Yeah, so we ordered shit from Boston Pizza, and they gave us our spinach and artichoke dip, but they didn't give us anything to dip with. Because we're supposed to use our fingers.
Wow.
Yeah, just thought I was gonna raise a stink.
It's like he's being censored.
What's that?
You're being censored.
Endlessly cursing. You're being censored.
Oh.
So, can you answer my question now?
What was your question?
You skinned the wizard before you all buried him. What do you plan to do with that skin?
Oh my!
Did you forget
Yeah.
that?
Oh yeah,
I
I'm gonna
did.
make a coat and
Oh god.
gonna wear it around.
Okay. That's what I was wondering. I was like, why? Okay. I'm going with it. Whatever he's doing, I'm following.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if that would be within alignment or not.
Chaotic neutral? Totally.
I guess so.
Fuck alignment. Like, how about just being not mentally handicapped?
I'm not going to say a word.
What was that M. Night Shyamalan? The Village. He's that guy. The creepy guy. Who puts on the fucking crazy costume and terrorizes the town.
Anyway.
I mean, Smurrrrh has to know that nobody's gonna think that's a good idea.
Right. Because it wasn't a good idea, but it was an idea.
Like, he must have some concept of socially acceptable things, and I can't even see that being socially acceptable in an orc tribe.
I'm back.
Oh, yeah. See, it's what was funny about it is it's hilarious. I've only heard of one other person do something like that, and it was me. So I was like, that works. Okay.
You're like, yes, that's exactly. I love this idea.
Yeah. He died
I
once. I
had
turned him
also
into a wheelbarrow.
I had also taken some dragon parts and stuff.
Yes. You did. You never told me what you took, but you had
Uh,
free reign over there.
Yeah, I was grabbing some scales and shit, whatever I could carry that wasn't too over encumbering.
So he's wearing a wizard skin cape, dragging along a dragon's foot.
We'll be eating fine tonight, boys.
God, that'd be the
Hopefully this
creepiest
tastes
fucking
better than
ever.
troll.
Every time I look over at Smurrrrh, he's like putting it up to his face and like looking through your friend's face.
Yeah, going booga booga booga.
I'm
Guys,
a wizard. I cast a spell. Hold on, I'm gonna summon something scary. He's just making up things. He's like, I summon a 9-headed dragon.
There's Smurrrrh would definitely
Pulls out part of the dragon.
Did I see him do this?
Smurrrh would definitely be sticking his
I'm
tongue
assuming
in
so.
his mouth hole, like.
I don't know, because I don't
No.
think.
You went in the water.
Oh, that's right.
You're like, fuck
The
this.
Smurrrrh didn't go down there.
And then and then I went in the water after you. And
Well,
then
how did
he's like,
how did
guys?
he skin him after we buried him?
Well, because you weren't there when I first started digging the hole, and I was rifling through his shit. And then I think your character like token might have been over by the fire. And then Smurrrrh just started doing all sorts of fucking things, and I
Okay.
just
Whatever.
kicked this corpse in. I think you might have come back to see like a dismembered corpse, but I don't know. What would you say to that?
I was just wondering what you plan to do with it, because I remember you saying that you did that, and B, if you're planning to treat it somehow,
Do you
because
have
otherwise it's going to be kind of nasty.
Yeah, no, I would cook
Before
it over
too
the
long.
fire, or smoke it.
do you have
Okay.
any,
Not like smoke
Wow,
it like
this is just
smoke
getting
it.
worse.
do you have any footage of last week? Like any at all?
I was pretty smashed.
It's rendering right now.
Because if you have the final few minutes, you can take a look at that. I assume you would have seen at some point, but it was more like you were like, "Fuck it, I'm out of here. I got better things to do. Quit fucking around with that guy." I'm pissed at the fact that I could not
I mean,
bring him
when I
back.
said it, I wasn't serious, but it's funny now. I'm gonna roll with it.
Well, just keep in mind that might like, what's the desecration of a body is evil, is it not?
Well, see, you have to think about it from a cultural standpoint. Smurr's going with his people here and taking what's useful afterwards. He doesn't need that anymore. Y'all might take his items. Smurr took his skin.
Well, I'm going from a cultural perspective of me being a human and a worshipper of Palor.
Well, I mean, I can see it being justifiable. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
Gonna go down that
There's
road? Just
definitely wiggle room
justify
for
it?
this.
Okay.
If he did it, this is the reason why my guy didn't stop him. I was still pissed off at Ren. As far as I know, he was trying to kill me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I didn't see it because there's no way my character would have allowed that to happen to a body.
Now, what would your character have done if he'd come back to see him wearing the skin, but, finishing piling up some stones, going, thanks for this new cape?
Probably would have had a freak out on him.
Well, we've still got lots of time. Because where I want to pick up with is actually after the burial's done, after the loot's together, y'all are still sitting at that little spot at the campsite. He gathered up the horses with the aid of the chick, and it's that evening. So yes, the cape's still dripping.
how 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 would she have reacted to this whole situation?
You and Ricane come back
He's
with
talking
the
about
treasure.
the cleric that's with us.
Yeah. What about
The
the cleric?
cleric's gathering horses,
Oh right.
so she's gonna get back to find
Smurrrrh
us.
came in with us though, to get the
He-
treasure.
Yeah, because
Did
he saw me jump
Yeah, he
in
did.
after you.
Oh
and he said, "Where the
right,
fuck
because
are
he
you?"
told. And you know what? She was present for the burial too because she spit on the corpse. So that would have been, and that was after Smurrrrh already skinned it.
Yeah. So she's good with it.
So I guess we're just gonna have to go with. She was okay with it.
Really?
she's
What
still
the
the
fuck god does she worship?
Well, that's
Spin
actually
or-
totally justifiable by the one that she does. Yeah.
I'll get me an eye on that symbol.
Just
Actually,
take a check today. You might see it when she goes.
she
to
would
sleep
have had
tonight.
to have it out and be holding
Yep,
it to
Garlic
cast any
knot.
of the stuff.
Oh, you're right. You are very right. Just roll a d20 right quick, and I'll tell you if you ever spotted it.
The what? Yeah.
Okay. You did spot it. The symbol of Cord, the god of strength, survival of the fittest. If he can't keep his skin, he doesn't deserve it. Okay.
That's interesting. We share a similar domain then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
You
she's
guys
a
could
cunt.
bump uglies.
Well,
I've seen that happen in roleplay with JP's crew. That ain't happening in this crew. There's
Okay.
something so incredibly awkward about Jeff and Deal role-playing romantic scenes together.
Oh man.
I don't know. It was pretty awkward to see. I'm up to week 31. It was pretty awkward to see Abigail awkwardly try and forward herself onto Gregor over and over and over again. I roll charisma. She rolls a 1.
Just so you know, later on there's a constitution check uh, versus pregnancy.
Oh God.
But I didn't spoil anything for you, just so you know.
Okay.
Okay. Well, yeah. So you got a grave there. You got the fire's not built. The wood's still sitting in the little pile there. The horses have been gathered back up. There was one of them that was killed, but the supplies were taken off of it. The
Yeah,
four remaining horses tied to the cart, and she is feeding them and the mule currently.
Yeah, I would probably be making some kind of smoker to put the skin over to smoke it.
Okay. And fighter, what are you doing?
I guess I'm like we're gathering up her shit, sitting around the fire. I guess at this point.
Yeah, that would be pretty good.
Is this same day, next day?
Yeah, same day.
Same day, like same evening.
Yeah, it's this. You just buried the wizard like 30 minutes ago when Smurrrrh's getting ready to smoke his skin.
Sounds like a dirty metaphor.
I guess my character would be just kind of solemnly sitting around the fire, sharpening his axe. Just kind of thinking about like what the fuck just happened. Because I mean, Ren just ran off in the bushes and got himself murdered by a crocodile.
Okay.
I want to look at Colby and see what his reaction is right now.
Okay.
Like, how's
Colby?
he looking?
How's Colby looking?
Because
Colby's...
that's gotta be like eating away at him. Just kind of like just gonna look at him.
Colby's not facing you, he's staring away.
Not facing us or facing.
He's just facing away from the group, sitting quietly, sort of meditating.
He's either taking a nap or it hit him pretty hard.
Or praying. He's not
Taking
sitting
a
there
nap,
looking at us.
praying.
Yeah. How far is Smurrrrh from me?
If you're sitting, I'm guessing you're still within range of the fire, though, correct? So you're just kind of facing the opposite way on the seat.
Yeah.
Has everybody
not-
connected the dots as far as me skinning the guy and smoking his skin yet, or what?
Nope, I'm not looking at you.
Okay.
Apparently not. Yeah, he's not very far. You could step over if you wanted to, just step around the fire and talk to him.
Just curious if the other.
Use-
Sorry, go ahead.
He looks like he could use some moral support at the moment.
Who, Colby?
Yep. At least that's what I would think, anyway. But
Yeah, I'm thinking that, but
I was
Okay,
just
so I'll
curious if the other party members had connected the dots that I'm such a great cook, and now all of a sudden I'm cooking human parts.
Are you smoking it to cook it, or smoking it to
No,
tan
but
it?
you know
Like,
what I mean. Think about all the great meals I made for you that you've had, and then you see me cooking human.
I
Okay,
didn't connect that either, actually.
so I'm just gonna.
out of game. Tell me that's evil.
It's an
Okay,
evil
so I'll look
thought.
over at Smurrrrh. I'll be like, hey, Smurrrrh, and I'll just, if he looks at me, I'm gonna point at Colby and just be like, like, kind of like, what's going on there? Is with my hand gesture.
I'm just interested in what I'm doing. I don't care about what you're doing. I'm like,
Weirdo. What are you doing, Smurrrrh?
preparing this hide.
From the dragon?
No. From what's his name? The wizard.
He had a dragon hide?
Yeah, okay.
Just kind of scratch my head, like,
Yeah, he was carrying some hides in him. Okay, all right.
strange. Why was he carrying hides? Okay. What's the plan for the next day? Where we after we hit Silvery Moon, are we heading straight to Moonwood?
You talking to me?
Anyone who wants to listen.
He's talking
I
to
don't know.
the
I
group.
thought you were running the show. I thought we were going to do what you needed to do, and I wanted to make all that money, but that's all right. We're going to adventure in your direction.
And Colby? Or is Colby still looking off?
I hear them, and I just say, without turning around, yeah, we're going to find whatever you're looking for, and then we're heading back and going to dispose of that book.
Cleric's still the other cleric's still in the distance, or is she around too?
She's still putting the horses, putting their bags on to feed them. Not a lot of good vegetation in the area for them, and she'll be coming back momentarily.
Did
But
we leave
currently, she's still in
cave
the distance.
and set up camp outside of the cave?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing around here. We just murdered it all.
Right.
Within a few moments, she steps back up and sits on the opposite side of the fire from you and Colby. Kind of triangulating the position here. Kind of seems to be watching Smurrrrh work.
I'm whistling as I'm doing it.
Okay, nothing I
Smart.
want to say while she's there.
Okay. Roll a craft leatherworking check right quick, Smurrrrh.
No problem. I have survival skills, by the way. I don't know if that would apply.
You get a +2 circumstance bonus.
So, what am I rolling? D20?
A D20 plus your int.
Negative.
+2.
My int modifier, you mean, right?
Your int modifier.
0.
And then +2. Okay. So just a D20 +2 for your...
You forgot the D. You forgot the roll.
Yeah, you didn't roll. You
I'll
just...
put the D in there, right?
I was fixing it.
That's more like it.
She notices that you're really messing that up.
Yep.
Doing a shoddy job, and she looks over at you, and she pulls out a small knife
Awesome.
and starts helping.
Sweet.
She cuts you.
She saves your effort.
Well,
She starts talking to you about the leather that y'all are. Let's take it over here and put it on a stretcher. You know, she takes you over and starts. She asks
okay.
if she would like some help with this. Would you like me to help you build something to stretch the hide?
Yeah, okay. Well,
We're gonna
why
need
not?
some of the wood, so if you wouldn't mind.
No problem. I start grabbing whatever.
She starts walking off away from the camp to gather up some supplies.
Okay.
Going to build a tanning rack.
I've never made one on this scale before. I sort of chuckled to myself.
Have you guys ever been to Moonwood or near it?
Moonwood? Was there a bar there? I don't know. Maybe.
Not really a bar.
Probably not then.
You know, in that last town we were in, I went to that tower. And, the old guy there seemed to know something about my amulet. He said it belonged to one of their members, but you know, my mom gave me this, so.
The one that you were trying to give to the water dwarf or whatever?
Yeah. That one.
That's the only thing you remember about it. Okay.
Yeah, with all the signs and everything. Yeah, okay. So yeah.
When we met in Jelanthanar, where were you guys headed?
Jelanthanar. Guess that's her name.
The town that shall not be named.
I'll just speak up and say I had no particular destination. I was just heading to spread the word of Palor.
Who, me? Where was I going when we met up? I don't know.
If I may, if I can ask a question of Smurrrrh right quick.
Yep.
How recently were you freed from your slavery with the sorcerer?
It probably would have been a couple years. I feel that I probably would have been taken in by some kind of barbarian tribe when I was younger. You know what I mean? And I just
So you were a slave though, right?
Yeah, at first, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was making sure.
Yeah. And then I just sort of did my own thing. They taught me some stuff. Then I moved on.
Your answer's still, I don't know.
Nah, to the bar. I don't know. I got no particular destination. Just living day to day. Getting in fights, having a good time, having some drinks. You know, that kind of stuff. Meeting fellow travelers, helping them out, having some drinks, destroying bars.
I just say at least one of us is achieving our goals.
You hear to that?
Well, how do you expect to spread the word of Palor?
Just through good deeds and those kind of things. I certainly won't be trying any sermons anytime soon.
I thought it was inspiring.
You would.
He did.
Yeah. I say yeah and kind of like look down, like, sorry. Smurrrrh, where'd you get your strength from? I've never seen anything as strong as you.
I don't know. Fighting?
Really? Fighting? I've been fighting a long time.
I don't know. Maybe it's just natural. I don't know. Magic? Winning?
Tiger's blood.
Tiger blood.
I'm missing a joke here somewhere. reference that I'm missing?
Nope.
Tiger's blood.
Charlie Sheen.
Just Google it. Tiger
Oh,
blood.
Gotcha.
Charlie Sheen, y'all. I don't know how I feel about Ren.
Are you saying this out loud?
Yep.
Oh. What do you mean?
Well, one second the guy says everything's cool, the next second he's trying to kill me.
Yeah, he had a couple screws loose. He was all right.
It was like he was like just chaos by nature. Everything was just chaotic with him around.
I guess that's the kind of guy he was.
I mean, think back to the first night we met him. He ran into us with a bunch of orcs chasing him.
Yeah. He's always a funny little squirt.
Then within a week, he's like taking control of the undead. And the book.
Dun dun dun. Don't say that.
I don't know. If we bring anyone else in the group, hopefully they're not as free-willed as him.
Yeah, I didn't like those things he kept making. I mean, I like a good fight, but those things are weird and weird.
I don't mind a good fight, but I mean, making a fight more difficult, that's another story.
I really didn't like that squiggly face guy who made me drink poop water. I wasn't happy about that.
I think at that point I'd be like, the what? I was stunned. Remember?
The squiggly face guy with the sewer pickles. You remember?
No.
Whatever, you were doing something else.
Nappy.
It wasn't a fun day.
I killed rats that day. You lightning bolt that guy to death. He ran away. Came around the corner and you did it again.
Sewer pickles.
Sewer pickles. Sewer pickles. Oh, the sewer pickles. I remember the sewer pickles. Well, I don't know. How do you feel about that cleric that's with us?
I don't know, she's helping me out. I have no problem with it.
Yeah, she seems alright.
Yeah, considering destroyed her universe, and she's pretty cool about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would have reacted the same. Sounds like she's kind of got a short fuse.
Maybe she was looking for a change. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. I guess we'll see in the next town. Alright, who's getting first watch?
Oh, whatever. I gotta do this so I can stay up.
Okay, wake me up after.
About this time, she returns. She has the stand already built. Lashed together. She does want your help stretching it, though.
Yeah, I'll help her out and give it a good sturdy shake in appreciation of the fine craftsmanship.
It holds together.
Huh. I'm gonna. How did you do all this? I mean,
With
usually I'm
twigs
pretty-
and twine.
usually I'm pretty good at doing stuff, but this one here is better than what I was doing. I'm gonna have to practice.
She holds up a large ball of twine. You notice most of it's been tied together, and she's starting to use that now, threading around to start pulling the skin tight. So now it's starting to take more of a shape, less dragon looking.
Oh, God. Alright, I just say, Good luck with your hides. When I head off to bed.
Yep.
Assuming that he meant hides.
Thank you for the good luck. It goes very well. Stitched up and ready to dry.
Excellent.
Colby, what are you doing?
Leatherface.
Do I
here.
see it?
You see it starting to come into shape now.
Do I recognize it?
The look of horror on the face is still kind of there, yeah.
Smurrrrh? Whose hide is this?
Huh? The wizard.
This is Renauld's hide.
Yeah, he didn't need it. You guys took all of his stuff, and I figured I could use this.
We do not skin people.
He doesn't need it.
This is not a negotiation.
Whatever.
What do you mean, whatever? Take it down and bury it with the rest of his remains.
This is my hide. You guys got a whole bunch of other things.
After all the work I put into this, take it down?
Yeah.
I wasn't talking to you.
We're working on this. We're doing a great job. Look at this. She's amazing. Look at this thing.
She scrapes a little bit on the back. You missed some fat, though. Throws it right into the fire where it's
Yeah, thanks.
crackles a little bit.
Take it down now.
Oh, I like where this is going. What do you mean, take it down? No, this is
She
my hide.
finishes stretching it and lays it over the top of the fire.
I need some water.
So you're not gonna take it down?
No, Smurrrrh's not gonna take it down. He doesn't care.
She didn't either. Seems like she might not have liked the wizard either for some reason.
Well, if you're not gonna give him a proper burial, I guess cremation will have to suffice. And I've
hit the
positioned
fan.
myself opposite to them,
Mhm.
and I reach in and grab a stick from the fire and try to ignite it.
Ugh.
Okay.
Do I see him trying to do this?
At this point, he might be helping.
Ah, okay. By the way, Colby, don't forget you'll have a watch. Metagame.
It does start smoking, and after 3 rounds, the leg does start to catch fire.
Yeah. Hey, what are you doing? I'd smack the stick out of his hand if I can.
You can try. That's going
Yeah,
to
I'll
be
try.
Colby a dex and you a strength. 15 versus... It is already on fire. Okay, you slap the stick, and Colby's got the stick, so it's y'all both have hands on the stick currently. So
What are you doing?
How is this being propped up?
Are they making noise doing this? Arguing?
yes, it's like a skin table currently. It's a square. The skin's over the top of it. 4 legs over the fire.
How close am I to the legs?
There's one on either side of you.
Like, how are they? Like, are they tied to the thing, or is it resting on them?
Tied.
Tied?
Yep. She used a lot of twine on this.
Well, I'm gonna try to.
So
If she used twine, wouldn't the twine have ignited?
It will now. It was just warm before. Now there's fire there. There's the horrid smell of burning skin going throughout the camp, of course.
So it's like wake up or not wake up, but just like I'm trying to set down my stuff and get ready for bed.
Smells like
Look
that
back and-
breakfast I made.
See these two squabbling around the fire. I'm like, what the hell are you guys doing?
What are y'all doing? Because you're holding the stick, burning
Yeah.
the leg. Smurrrrh's grabbed the stick, but nobody's done anything since then.
Yeah, I'm trying to move it away or pull it out of his hand or whatever.
Where's he
Y'all
positioned?
reached a stalemate. You're burning it. He came up and grabbed it, but he wasn't able to move it anywhere. Your conviction is keeping it in place.
So what's behind him? So he's reefing on it, right? Trying to reef it from my hands.
Yeah, he's trying to get it away from you, but hasn't managed to yet.
If I were to release, what would happen to him?
He might possibly fall into it.
Then I'll time it so that next time he reefs, I just let go.
Okay. Smurrrrh, roll one more strength check, please.
Strength or dex?
This is going to be strength, and then it's going to be something else.
Okay. Not
Okay. Now for your dex. I want a reflex, actually. You're going to try to catch yourself before you fall.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay. You don't fall over, but you did have to break one of the legs on the skin to keep yourself up. So it's a tripod. One leg's on fire. The other one's now leaning into the fire.
Colby, what are you doing, man?
I told you we don't skin people. You want to stay in my company? You don't skin people.
This is an honorable tradition where I come from. You know, we use what we get.
It's not where I came from, and it sure as heck isn't where he came from.
I don't know. You can ask him now, can ya? He did all kinds of crazy shit. He's making shit appear all the time.
Well, he could ask him.
It's interesting. As the fire continues up the skin, the expression seems to turn even more pained. As the stench increases.
I try and put it out best I can, rearrange it the way it should be.
It's caught pretty good, and you did leave quite a bit of fat on it. You can. How do you want to try to? Okay, describe to me exactly what you're doing.
Well, I need the visual of what it would look like for me to describe.
One leg's broken, the other one's burning. It's kind of hanging down now because the twine's catching on fire. So imagine the lower half is in the fire currently. The other half is still tied up. And the fire's climbing up.
Well, he's stumbling. I'm grabbing my mace.
Uh-huh.
I'm going after the other leg that's not broken.
Okay. So you're still dismantling this. Smurrrrh?
Yeah.
He's taking out. He took out another leg. It's now being propped up by this side, just only.
So is it completely engulfed or what? Is it salvageable based on what I'm seeing?
You could still make a good hat.
Excuse me.
The face is still not burnt. It's not totally ruined yet.
Sorry, my dog's bugging me.
Yes.
Okay, so it's well, I'm still gonna try and save it, or like I'm trying to get a visual in my mind of how it's situated. Like you said, it's half collapsed.
Yeah. The lower half is now beyond use. Okay. You see, Colby comes over, smacks one of the legs out from under this side, so it's hanging halfway in it. You're trying to decide what to do here.
Mm-hmm.
And you see a flaming axe come right down the center, where a fighter then says, "I'm going back to bed."
Is this a Rick?
Yeah.
Ah. So he cut it?
Yeah, he cut it right down the center.
You guys owe me a hide, and I throw it in the fire.
I owe you nothing.
We'll settle this later.
He needs one human skin to replace the one he lost.
I'm just like, nah, whatever. Go back to bed. I'll find something to entertain him is kind of what I'm thinking.
You notice the girl cleric really doesn't seem to care one way or the other. Just kind of takes a stick and starts poking at the skin as it's curling.
Okay, actually, when I get back to my bedroll,
And she's human, right?
Yep.
so I get back to my bedroll and I'm like, wait, I owe him something. All right. I go back to the treasure that we looted and I'm like, reach in and I grab the falchion
Mhm.
and I'm like, here, Smurrrrh, take this toy, and I toss it to him and tell him what it is.
You toss it to him.
Yeah, it's near him. You know,
He throws it like he
roll.
throws his two-handed axes.
all right.
That's what I was afraid of. All right, roll your attack. Smurrrrh, roll not to die.
Am I rolling a d20?
Smurrrrh, you roll you're gonna do reflex to catch it. Don't roll a 1. Okay. Yeah, you
I
catch it.
fumble. Fumble
You're
with
good.
it.
Was
You
counting
caught
on
it. Feeling it is very well balanced, better than any you've held before, and seems very, very sharp. And it's
Hell,
very,
you might want to write this one down. It's called a +1 keen falchion.
Oh, it's got crit. Okay.
It doubles your crit range.
Double crit range. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a 2d4 15 to 20 times 2 crit.
Wait, my sheet. Wait. Falchion. 2. What do you say? It was a +1.
+1 keen falchion.
2d4 damage.
2d4 damage.
The
Its crit range
Unless-
is 15 to 20.
when you're large, it's 2d6.
Thanks, Rick.
Yeah, no problem.
Now I just have to find something to kill. And I look at Colby.
Is anyone else wearing a helm? Anyone want an eye patch? I tell them it's when you put it over your left eye, you can see invisibility. When you put it over your right eye, you gain blind fighting. And it's transparent. You can see through it, so it doesn't really block your eyesight.
How do you know where it is?
I'm assuming you could feel it.
What if I drop it? How am I going to find it?
It's not invisible.
It's
You can
You
see
can-
through it. It's transparent. Not invisible. There's
Oh.
a difference.
Ah, you said something about invisible stuff. I got confused.
you yourself can see through it. Someone else would just see the eye patch.
Cool. You're like Uber pirate.
It doesn't block your vision.
Yar. Yar. Well, if you don't want it, I'll try it on and see what it does.
I'm not really interested in it.
I don't have a hat. I was trying to make a hat, but I don't have a hat. This is close enough. You still have those goggly things you had before? Woo.
Yep.
The cleric seems brooding. What's going through your head?
Nothing. I just said a prayer again for Ren.
I also got. There's also this. Did you want the eye patch?
I don't want
Smurrrrh?
it, no.
I'll
Smurrrrh?
wear it. Yeah, I'll try it on.
It's called Corsair's eye patch.
Where'd you find this thing?
It was in the Dragon's Den.
Dragon. I got some of his shiny stuff here. These things. Hopefully Colby won't do anything with these.
Do you need? Do you need to write this down?
As long as you didn't get them from skinning a person, I'm fine with it.
Corsair's eye patch.
Corsair's eye patch. Okay.
Left eye, see invisible.
Crap. Where do I add notes here?
I don't know.
You'll notice the Mulder earrings he has here in a little bit, huh?
Just
Colby?
insert note, right click on whatever cell you're going to put on.
Left eye see invisible. Right eye is what?
Blind fighting.
Oh yeah, insert note. Look at that. That's awesome. Okay.
And it's got 3 uses per day.
For both,
I will-
or just
I don't know. You tell me, DM. Is it
It,
for both?
you didn't take that down?
It just says 3 per day.
3 per day, for either one. I mean, you only can use it 3 times a day.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3 total per day. Okay.
Left eye see invisible. Right eye blind fighting.
We also have a healing belt in here. You get +2 heal and 3 charges a day that refill every day at sunrise. Each charge heals for 2d8. Or sorry, first charge, you can spend all the charges at once and get 4d8, or each charge individually at 2d8, which I don't really understand why anyone would spend all 3 at once.
Did the other cleric person go to bed, or is she still up and about? So on?
Do you want me
She's up
take
over there
this belt?
poking in the fire.
Colby, in case you get into a
Whenever
bind?
they're done this.
What's that?
Do you want me to use this belt in case you get into a bind, or we need to bring you back?
Yeah, that's fine.
Or would you want an additional healing charges?
Paylor grants me practically unlimited healing.
Okay. There's also Hellcat gauntlets, which cause your next spell to do 1d6 slashing per level of spell 3 times a day. Not sure if anyone's really interested in that.
Is this all the stuff that was in those 2 chests?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Rin would have liked those gauntlets.
Yep.
Can sell them.
Right?
Okay. How about the... You know what? These would probably be best in your hands. Pouch of daylight pellets. And I hand those to Colby.
Let there be light.
You can throw them and cast daylight.
Here's some small flash grenades. These go straight to the cleric.
Well,
Smurrrrh
you know,
starts
say
throwing them
he
around
needs
the
to,
cavern.
instead of using his spells, he wants to use something more offensive. That's what I was
Excuse
thinking.
me.
Pouch of what are they called?
Pouch of 8 daylight pellets. Cast daylight for 10 rounds once they break, or wherever they break.
Yeah, you can throw them up to 50 feet, I think it was.
Yeah, something like that. Cast daylight 10 rounds. You got that?
Yep.
This one's interesting. Probably going to be Smurrrrh all over this one. It's called Everlasting Rations. I'm fine with holding it, but if you want it, Smurrrr. Contains 1 day's rations every day at sunrise.
You keep it for now. If I'm hungry, I'll let you know.
Okay. What's this other one I got?
What is that?
Helm of Tactics.
Not Smurrrrh.
Plus 2 damage to flanking attacks on enemies within 60 feet. 10
Sounds like a good thing for you,
2
Rick.
times a day.
You grant yourself and your allies, if I remember right. Something like that.
Yeah, Smurrrrh's never flanking. He's usually the one in the front.
He's can see his open mouth roaring, and every now and then a flash of Smurrrrh's axe. What are you doing, Smurrrrh? I found the voice box.
Sorry, Chantal. We got our order of whatever in finally. Sorry, what was the question? And I'll put it in his fridge for now. It'll get cold.
I got an exploding spike trap. It's basically a fireball landmine for 10d6 damage, one use.
I was just trying to imagine myself trying to set that up, like as well as I set up my my skinning thing.
10d6 damage.
Yeah, exactly. That's
To
not
yourself.
Yeah, like setting this up could cause it to kill you. Oops. Boom.
That's an int check?
There's no check.
Actually,
it says one use.
It's a craft trap.
No, an int
as
check
long
to
as he's
set
not. No, it's just a chance. You just drive it in the ground at some point. It only works once though. After it blows, it's gone. Smurrrrh's actually reached the point where if that rolled max damage, it would not kill him. He would die later.
Spike?
Yeah, it wouldn't kill him. You'd actually survive too.
It's 1,500 gold, but if you want an exploding spike, sounds like fun.
You drive it in the ground or in the wall nearby.
Do we know enough of it to actually take care of it properly without blowing ourselves up?
Yeah.
What about what's her name? Does she want any of this stuff? Are we offering any stuff to her?
No.
She'll take it off your bodies later.
Fair enough. Whatever. If you don't want it, Rick, I'll carry it.
Okay.
No, give it to me.
Okay. It's called an exploding
Alright,
spike.
Colby can have it.
It's an invisible flaming spike trap.
It makes more sense for me to have it Smurrrrh because when would you ever get a chance to set it in combat?
Yeah, whatever, Colby, I don't care.
What is it called?
Exploding spike. It is an invisible flaming spike trap.
Colby tapes it to the end of his mace.
Yeah.
Causes fireball for 10d6 damage, and it's only got one use. After
Seems
that,
like a tactical, use this wisely item.
Well, I'm usually the only one not in the melee, or with the ability to back out of the melee.
Right.
I got a couple other items that I'm assuming we're selling just because they sound stupid.
What are they?
One's for a bard, one's for a spell that none of us have.
What's the spell?
Wild
It's
Surge.
It's a weird ability. It's like for Wild Mage or something. It's just what rolled up though. So that was your randomly generated loot.
It enhances Wild Surge.
So how do we identify all this? Is something
That brings me to the next item. It's called the Monocle of Perusal. It's +5 to appraise and allows identify 3 times a day.
Ooh, there we go. Perfect. Since we have no wizard, that's handy.
So
How convenient, one might say.
who wants to hang on to that?
Oh, you should probably hold on to it.
Yeah.
Do you have any points in appraise or anything?
I'm just picturing Smurrrrh with an eye patch and a monocle.
No, I have no bonus to appraise.
Yeah, neither do I.
Good day.
All right, I'll hang on to it.
Yeah, man.
What do I have?
Tally ho.
I think the other items are vendor trash. Let me just give me a second to look at it.
What's vendor trash?
Sorry. The other items we will be selling forthwith.
I like how you put forthwith in there.
Yeah, that's it. We got the drums
I'm
of
sorry,
marching.
what did you say?
Drums of marching, Hellcat gauntlets, and circlet of wild surging will sell in Silvery Moon as soon as possible.
You have drums?
Yeah.
Let me see those. What are these drums?
They make forced marching less painful on a perform check.
I want to play them.
You got to be able to play them.
Oh,
Hey, man.
drums, you go like this.
They're $1,100 before you get a touch.
All right, whatever. I'll play them later.
We could sell them for $1,100 now, or try and sell the broken ones later.
What's How does the portable hole work? Like, stuff only comes out of the one side of it.
Right.
Okay, so when it's folded up, it's like, and it's like tucked neatly in my regular backpack. Everything's okay.
You don't have regular.
I have a regular backpack. Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
You wearing 2 backpacks?
Yeah.
Okay.
3 right now, technically.
How? I want to see this done.
Have you never seen me? Like, I'm a professional traveler lately.
Okay. Then yes, you
I can
have
carry.
it in your normal backpack.
He's doing
Make
like
sure
the
you
whole
continue
like
to do that.
pregnant woman backpack in the front, and like a kid.
Oh.
I made it up to this hotel room. I had my suitcase, the computer tower, my backpack, and a briefcase.
Okay.
And the hotel staff completely puzzled.
Yeah.
What is that? A bomb.
Tick tick boom.
Okay. But yeah, as long as you've got it folded up, it's safe. As
Okay.
long as if you lay it on the ground, up to 1 foot square, and then it'll become the hole, and you can start folding it out or however you want to do it.
Okay. I was just worried about like it shuffling in the backpack, and next thing 20,000 gold flies out.
Crushing everyone nearby.
Like
Exactly.
a spike trap.
No, that's in the haversack.
That'd be kind of interesting. It opens up in your backpack. You kind of fall in, tearing the backpack. What happened to Colby? Well,
He's a hat now.
I guess you could totally like convert a backpack by like lining the inside of it.
it has to be on a solid material. I don't know how that would work exactly. That'd be weird.
The consequences would be dire.
Yeah, I think we'd go with that. Dire. All right. So you've handed out the loot.
Yep.
Have you all decided what else you're going to do with the evening? I mean,
Did we divide the 20?
there are at least 2 hours of the evening left.
No, we didn't divide any of the money. Or did we divide the money?
Not that I know of.
No.
Right
No,
now,
we
I've got 20,000 gold sitting in the portable hole,
Yeah.
and I'd probably, well, if you guys are listening, I'd probably say it should stay in there just because that's really heavy.
Should go there until we get to town and switch it up. Isn't that what you said?
Yeah.
I've still got all the backpacks full of gold too, right?
I put
Yep.
my 8,000 into the portable hole.
So everyone else still has backpacks full of gold. Just you have it all in the hole.
Yeah, except for what I like my normal currency that I had before.
Okay.
Fire in the hole.
How much money was in the dungeon?
It was 32,000 gold altogether.
Okay, so they each have 6. That's right.
Mhm.
That's freaking heavy.
Yeah.
That's a lot of weight.
Dragons like to hoard gold.
Yep, it's wonderful bedding material. You notice there are mosquitoes about, quite a few of them. Seem to be bothering the horses every now and then. Even the cleric chick slaps it whenever they buzz you. A lot of them.
This is abnormal.
Mosquitoes are annoying.
Or
No, it's a swamp. It's pretty normal.
Okay, just checking.
There's a lot more than usual, but I mean it's still within the ranges of annoyingly normal.
Malaria. Germs, guys, germs.
Yeah.
He's rolling dice. I hear the distinct sound of dice falling somewhere. Mosquitoes have dice.
There's a reason. There's a reason. It's okay. Don't worry.
Famous last words.
So what are y'all doing? Y'all can go ahead and talk about it while I do this.
On the bed.
When you roll up the random mobs.
Are we in a cave or
I'm
are we
afraid
just
there are
out,
no
out?
mobs.
We're out in a swamp.
You're out in the swamp on a little stone platform built off the side of the road.
All right. How big is the fire?
Not big enough, Smurrrrh. Not big enough.
I'll make it slightly larger than it is.
Don't do it.
Just slightly larger than it is.
You throw wood on top of the skin.
Yep.
It's burnt to a crisp now. It's still in there, but black and crispy. All right. Smurrrrh just starts throwing logs on the fire.
That's it.
Who's upstairs? Who's taking the watch? Y'all never cleared this one with. Yeah.
I said I would.
You are. So everyone else is asleep currently.
I guess so. I don't know.
Well,
if they
you
went to
know
bed or
what?
not.
I'm heading to bed, and as I see Smurrrrh do that, I say, don't make it too much better, but you know what? You're gonna make it bigger, whether you want to or not, so whatever. Just try not to get us all killed tonight.
Haven't done it yet.
Not for lack of trying.
I'll try especially hard for you, Colby.
Figured you would.
Alright. So everyone is asleep except Smurrrrh. You've got the fire going pretty good, Smurrrrh.
I'm trying to make some smoke to scare away the mosquitoes if I can.
If you take some damp material and put it on, that would help. Make
Yeah,
smoke.
like maybe somewhere around the outsides of it to not
Some
completely,
moss and
not completely, yeah, to not completely, dampen up the fire completely.
you remember there was that water where the dragon was at earlier. There was a lot of moss around there.
Sragg likes to go fishing.
Did you still want that moss?
1 sec.
It's deciding.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm back. Sorry.
All right.
How,
So
how
you
far
want-
away
you want-
was the? How far away is the moss?
I was about 50, 60 feet tops away from the campfire.
50, 60 feet tops.
Yeah, wasn't too bad.
Tops. Not that far.
Yeah.
Keep trolling.
Don't meta it, just fucking do it.
I know. I'm just thinking. Smurrrrh's thinking right now. He's deciding what he's gonna
We
do.
both know that is not happening.
We both know that
Actually,
Smurrrh's.
Smurrrrh's lived through a lot. He might have learned some things by this point. It's possible. Stranger things have happened.
Did you hit your head?
As time goes
Are you
on.
new?
So let's see.
Some moss. No, I'm just gonna sit there and think about some other options. Not gonna do anything right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait for the fire to die down a little bit
Mm-hmm.
again, and then I'm gonna put some oil on it, hoping that that'll make it smoky.
How do you do this?
I sort of go around the outside of it a little bit, just like a couple dashes around the outside.
Some dashes around the outside.
Well, like a circular motion kind of around the outer ring of it, and I sort of
You
Tell me
take the
Yeah.
stopper off and
exactly
it starts
how do
spinning.
you apply the
Well,
gasoline to the fire?
not like that.
I'm wanting to know here. What are you doing? Give me
Slowly
exacts.
trickle some on around.
Please tell me
So you
exactly
get your
what you're
arm
doing.
over the middle, and you up in the bottle slowly.
The flammable oil.
No.
I'm
Not
listening.
up the middle.
Where?
All right. I'm gonna take my sword and put it on an angle into the fire and pour some down the edge of the sword. Yep.
Okay.
Roll for fire explosion.
Roll reflex.
All right.
Ooh,
1.
awesome. Okay.
Oh God. Lesson learned.
Riclamin, Colby, listen checks, please.
I'll take a listen check over. I don't know.
My listen check is sad.
Okay. Riclamin, you continue sleeping. Colby,
Critically.
you are awakened. You look near the middle of the camp to see the source of the sound. A screaming half-orc with a flaming hand and a flaming sword.
Karma. Life's a bitch.
Hey,
Um,
I'm just trying mosquitoes. You know, it's not like I'm up to no good.
It also seems his other hand is on fire. What are you doing now, Smurrrrh? The fire is in the bottle.
Well, I would drop the flaming items for one,
He drops the flaming items.
and I would try and put my hands out in the dirt.
Splash damage. Flaming oil goes everywhere. Riclamin, you are now awake. Good morning. Sleeping toasty.
I'm awake and there's fire everywhere.
Hang on. Roll. Actually, no, that's not. Roll one more listen check.
Nope.
Nope.
Night.
Okay. Smurrrrh, you drop the sword in the bottle. The bottle breaks. You run off on the side and start putting your hands into the moist
Yeah.
mud that you can find. Colby, you notice the fire is on Riclamin's sleeping bag currently.
how big is it?
It's the oil is spreading all over the area. It's getting pretty big.
It was a pint of oil, so you know.
A pint of oil. Well, how far?
It'll burn
how,
out in no time.
How far away?
It might
Okay,
be
so
okay.
it's on his. What I want to know is, can I put out? How much oil can I see on the bed? Okay, pause the fucking game before you escalate it.
the fucking game.
No, I need you to describe
Let's
exactly.
get into the scenario.
You need to describe exactly how much oil, how much fire is on the sleeping bag, which will determine if I'm going to, like an idiot, try and put it out and catch myself on fire, or realize that it's too much and I will pull him out of it.
Okay. He poured the oil. Part of it went down, but it rushed back up the blade,
Right.
leaving a lot of oil on the sword and even more in the jug.
Right.
The splash damage got on him not much. When he dropped it, it was pretty much it was still pretty close to a full bottle. So that's a what is that radius spread? Exact damage in the 5 foot and trickle damage everywhere else. So it's not horrible. The fire along the ground is probably about yay high, going down. There's probably about 10% of the sleeping bag is covered in oil and on fire.
So it's covered in oil?
Some of it, yeah, it's splashed.
Okay, then.
What happened with him is splash.
Okay. So then I'm going to um, shake. Shake. What?
He's not being damaged by it currently. He's still sleeping soundly.
Yeah, not
Shake,
yet. I'm going to
rattle,
shake
roll.
Rick awake and, like, which part of the sleeping bag is it on? Like the foot?
Actually, it's closer to the groin area. So
Of course it is, you fucker. What? These aren't sleeping bags, are they? These
not
are.
exactly. They're thinner than that. So it's
So
gonna
I could
burn
probably
through.
grab the
Pretty-
sheet and rip it right off.
You could rip it up, yeah, most likely.
Not rip.
With
Yeah,
a strength check. We'll make you roll a strength
he
check.
doesn't
to do
have
so.
a death grip on his sleeping bag.
No, but it is slightly held together. It's not.
No, I'm not.
terrible like nowadays.
What I'm trying to get at, it's not. It doesn't have seams down the side.
No, but on one side because he's laying on it.
Right. So I could open it away
You
from
could
that.
open. Yeah, try. Yeah, see. So you still have to roll strength, I'm afraid. I wonder which side of it's the one that's opening.
I'm not even gonna
Wonder
go
if you
there.
noticed that.
I'm shaking him awake and trying that.
No. Okay. So how do you do this? I want role play. You shake him awake and say,
You're on fire.
So he just wakes you. You're on fire. Riclamin?
Scotty's on fire.
I'm awake now to someone saying, "You're on fire."
Yeah, it's very warm in the crotch region. If you look down, you'll see flames coming up.
My character would immediately reach for his backpack and grab the decanter.
Okay. He runs for his backpack to grab a small bottle.
No, the
Fire
decanter's
hose
right
mode.
beside. Or the
You can't
backpack's
run
beside me.
if you.
Oh, right. So he just reaches into his backpack and grabs the
Yeah.
bottle.
Oh
okay,
yeah,
go for it.
yeah.
Fire hose mode enabled.
And I fire hose mode that bastard because he's panicking.
All right. He hits the oil fire with the water and spreads
Yep.
it all over the place.
Yes, sir.
Bet you didn't think we were gonna die this way, Sragg.
No. But you know what? I'll leave all things open.
Fire's away from me though, right?
Currently,
Sweet.
you've sent it over towards the cart and towards the chick cleric who is still asleep. Not anymore.
You know
She's
what?
got
With
less hair. What?
the I'm gonna call bullshit on the physics there.
You're gonna call bullshit in the physics of a fantasy game?
It has to follow some rules.
Magic.
It's not
No.
magic oil.
It is now. I'm afraid.
Okay,
No.
do whatever.
No,
Oil-
no, really. I
Oil
wanna hear it.
fires are
What is it?
not. Oil fires are not. When you're hit with a fire hose, yeah, it doesn't keep going.
Like he wasn't.
The firemen
didn't-
don't
he
show
didn't
up
have-
to a fire
it
and
w-
be like, "Oh, that was oil."
He would have
Guess
had to
we'll
hit
go
the
home.
full pint on fire for it to cause that kind of reaction. The amount of water that came out and hit that part, not only would it have been absorbed, the oil would have been absorbed into the bedroll, so the oil's not going anywhere.
And he did just aim at his crotch with a fire hose, right?
At the first fire I saw, he said I was on fire, so that's where it went.
At an
Okay.
angle, because he's probably sitting up a little bit, just to make sure that you don't end up gelding yourself.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. Fair enough.
Not
Looks
to
like
be,
you
a,
got the
I,
water
you
on.
know I'm a rules lawyer. I'm not gonna let you get away with like
Killing
No,
a
I
soul
need to be
first thing.
reined in sometime. Sometime it's okay. All right. You're not all on fire. Matter of fact, nobody's on fire right now. Smurrrrh's hands are burnt. But, yeah. It's unfortunate.
the stone around the fire is probably oddly flaming.
Yeah, it is oddly flaming for some reason, but it seems to be getting smaller as time goes on.
And now I'm soaking wet, right?
You're soaking wet. There's a hole in the crotch of your bedroll. And, the warmth is going down, yeah. There is still one spot of you warmer than the rest, but it'll fade.
I put my shit and my gear back on, and I storm up to Smurrrrh. I say, "Go to bed." Just motion back to where the tent is.
I was trying to make smoke to get rid of the damn bugs.
Just go to bed.
Whatever.